For years, Samsung's Fold series has been the ultimate symbol of innovation, the kind of product that makes you stop and say, wow, the future is already here. Every generation brought something new, sleeker designs, brighter screens, tougher glass, and a smoother experience that pushed the limits of what smartphones could do. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 felt like a milestone. It finally seemed like Samsung had cracked the code. It was slimmer, lighter, easier to hold, and refined in almost every way. But Samsung? They don't sit still. Just when fans thought the formula was perfected, they're gearing up to completely reinvent the foldable once again. Because according to fresh reports from reliable industry insiders, the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 8 isn't just a mild refresh. It's a radical leap that could change how we think about foldables forever. And here's the twist. Samsung might not launch one Fold this time, but two completely different models. One will follow the traditional tall design we all know, and the other, a bold, perfectly square Fold 8 variant that's already making waves across the tech community. The square revolution begins. Let's rewind for a second. The Fold 7 marked a turning point where practicality finally met innovation. It folded flatter, felt sturdier, and for many, it became the first foldable that actually made sense as a daily phone. But now, Samsung is reportedly working on something that could break every convention in smartphone design. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 Square Edition. This rumored version is said to feature a 1.1 aspect ratio, meaning it would open into a perfect square screen. Imagine a mini tablet that feels like a sketchbook, compact enough for your pocket, but expansive enough for full creative control. For content creators, editors, and multitaskers, this could be a dream come true. Think about editing videos on a balanced screen, viewing full documents without black bars, or scrolling social media with equal width and height, no compromises. And because it folds perfectly in half, you still get portability without sacrificing that immersive feel. This design could finally blur the line between a smartphone and a tablet, bringing the best of both worlds together in one elegant fold. But the real question is, if Samsung gives you the choice, would you go for the classic tall fold or this new square form factor? Drop your pick in the comments. I'm genuinely curious which side the community will lean toward. Display upgrades that dazzle. Now, let's get to what Samsung does best, displays. The front screen on the Z Fold 8 is set to stick with a 6.5-inch AMOLED panel, running at a silky 120 Hz refresh rate, but this time, brightness levels are being pushed through the roof, up to an unbelievable 3000 nits. That's brighter than most TVs on the market. It means even under harsh sunlight, your display will stay clear, vivid, and ultra-responsive. Samsung's display division is also working on enhanced color calibration, offering near-perfect DCI-P3 accuracy for true-to-life visuals whether you're gaming, streaming, or editing photos. And those bezels, they're getting slimmer than ever, giving you an almost edge-to-edge experience that makes the Fold 8 look more futuristic than any phone before it. Of course, we're still hearing familiar whispers about a punch-hole camera on the front display, but as always, that's one of those recurring rumors that appear every year. So take that with a pinch of salt. Inside, the 8-inch OLED display is also receiving a massive overhaul. Samsung is introducing a new protective coating that promises greater scratch resistance and smoother touch sensitivity. Perfect for S Pen users. And here's the headline. Feature: the Fold 8 will reportedly include a redesigned hinge system and a laser-drilled metal display plate, both aimed at completely removing the crease. Early engineering prototypes suggest the Fold line is nearly invisible, even when viewed under direct light. That's a monumental improvement, because let's be honest, the crease has always been the foldable's Achilles heel. And yes, the under-display camera could finally return, smarter, sharper, and far less visible than before, using a new generation of sub-pixel light diffusion, cameras that challenge the Ultra. Now this is where the Fold 8 could truly go toe-to-toe with the Galaxy S Ultra lineup. Leaked renders from prototype testing show a significantly larger camera bump, resembling Samsung's Edge or Ultra designs. The reason? A complete camera redesign that allows for both slimmer dimensions and higher-end optics. According to sources, Samsung's goal was to make the Fold thinner without sacrificing battery size, and they've apparently succeeded. The Fold 8 could pack a 5,000 mAh battery, all while being slimmer than the Fold 7, possibly measuring just 7.5 millimeters when folded, and camera-wise, things get serious. Water beyond sensor with advanced AI scene. Detection on 50MP ultra-wide with wider dynamic. Range 50MP telephoto with improved stabilization. 10MP secondary telephoto for mid-range zoom. Plus a time-of-flight sensor for professional-grade depth mapping. Together, these upgrades could make the Fold 8 the best camera phone in Samsung's history. Period. For years, the Fold series lagged slightly behind the Ultra in photography, but now, Samsung's reportedly merging those two worlds. A foldable that finally shoots like an Ultra? That's the dream many fans have waited for. Performance, power, and AI evolution under the hood. The Fold 8 is set to be a performance beast, powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2, Qualcomm's most powerful chip. It brings AI acceleration, real-time image enhancement, and gaming optimizations built directly into the silicon. Paired with 16 GB of LPDDR5X RAM and storage options up to 2 TB, the Fold 8 will breeze through any task, from 4K editing to multitasking, with up to 5 active windows at once. On the software side, One UI 7, based on Android 15, will bring deep AI integration, context-aware features, live translation across apps, on-device note summarization, and adaptive battery control for extended lifespan. Connectivity also gets a major boost. Wi-Fi 7 for ultra-fast downloads, Bluetooth 5.4 NFC, and expanded Samsung DeX support for wireless desktop use. Imagine dropping your Fold 8 on a table, connecting wirelessly to a monitor, and instantly transforming it into a full desktop PC setup. That's where Samsung is heading. Price and availability. Now, let's address the part everyone's nervous about, the price. Leaks suggest the Fold 8 could start around $2,100 in the US, possibly even more for the higher storage variants. Yes, it's expensive, but with a crease-free display, ultra-grade cameras, a new hinge design, and 2 possible form factors, Samsung might just justify that price. Remember, foldables have always been about pushing boundaries, and early adopters pay for the future before it becomes mainstream. The future of foldables. All of this is still based on early prototypes and leaks, so expect things to evolve before the official launch, likely around July 2026. But if these rumors hold true, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 could be the most advanced, refined, and desirable foldable Samsung has ever built. A device that doesn't just fold. It transforms how we think about mobile computing, photography, and design. And if the Square Edition becomes real, Samsung might not just lead the foldable race, they could redefine it entirely. So what do you think? Would you stick with the classic Fold design, or does that new Square version sound like your next dream device? Either way, it feels like Samsung is preparing something huge for 2026, and I, for one, can't wait to see it unfold. Stay tuned, because the moment new info drops, you'll hear it first, right here on Trove. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the future of foldables is closer than you think.